You know, in the history of technology, there are these moments that just change everything. For the world of big business and big data, one of those moments came from a company that was still kind of seen as a scrappy startup, but was about to take a massive leap. This is the story of Oracle's version 5.
All right, let's set the scene. The year is 1985. The PC is just starting to become a thing, but in the corporate world, it's all about massive, powerful machines. And it's right here, in '85, that Oracle drops version 5 of its database. And let me tell you, it was a move that was going to redefine the entire industry.
Now, at this point, Oracle was definitely ambitious, but it was still just a promising player on the field. To really compete, to really make a dent, they couldn't just have a good product. No, they had to prove they could play in the high-stakes world of the enterprise and go toe-to-toe with the established giants. So their ambition was just huge. Let's dig into how they planned to expand their battlefield and start going after the biggest customers on the planet.
Okay, so the core of their strategy was all about expanding their reach. See, before version 5, Oracle ran on more limited hardware. This release was the first time it could run on mainframes and mini-computers. We're talking the real workhorses of big business. This wasn't just some technical upgrade. This was their ticket to the big leagues.
And once they had that new capability, bam, the doors just blew open to a whole new class of customer. We're talking Fortune 500 companies, major international banks, and huge government agencies. These are organizations that simply can't afford mistakes or downtime, which of course created a massive new challenge. But just running on big computers wasn't enough. In fact, it highlighted the real, fundamental problem that Oracle had to solve, the kind of challenge these massive organizations were wrestling with every single day.
And this, right here, was the million-dollar question. I mean, just think about it. Imagine a bank with a database in New York and another one in London. When a big transaction happens, how do you make absolutely 100% sure that the data is updated perfectly in both places at the exact same time? A mistake isn't just a bug, it's a potential financial disaster.
So what this all boils down to is this. For these mission-critical operations, you just couldn't have any ambiguity. The market was screaming for a new level of trust and reliability. They needed a system that could handle enormous scale without ever compromising the integrity of the data. And this is exactly where Oracle version 5 comes in and delivers its breakthrough. It wasn't just another update. It was a fundamental answer to that massive enterprise challenge we were just talking about. Oracle rolled out 3 truly groundbreaking features that would basically become the foundation for modern transaction processing. So let's break down what each of them actually did. First up, distributed queries. And you have to understand, this was a total game changer. It meant you could ask one question and get a single unified answer from data that was physically sitting in completely different databases, maybe even in different countries. For the first time, it created a single view of an entire enterprise's data. Next, the two-phase commit. This directly solves that banking problem we talked about. Think of it like a master switch for a transaction. It's a protocol that guarantees an update across multiple systems is an all-or-nothing deal. It either works perfectly on all of them, or it gets rolled back on all of them. It's the secret sauce that prevents data from ever becoming inconsistent.
And finally, we have read consistency. Now this one is a bit more subtle, but oh man, is it powerful. It ensures that if you're running a big report, that data you're seeing is a perfect, stable snapshot from the moment your query started. You don't see all the messy, partial updates happening in the background. It guarantees the information you're looking at is solid and reliable.
So, you've got these 3 huge technical innovations. What was the impact? Well, they fundamentally changed what was even possible and kicked off a whole new age of reliability for the entire industry.
This really lays it all out, doesn't it? Before V5, you had data locked away in these isolated systems. You had a constant risk of inconsistent information and transaction errors, but after V5, data could be shared everywhere. Updates were coordinated and consistent, and businesses could finally get trust and reliability on a massive scale. And this, right here, is the absolute key takeaway. Oracle realized that winning in the enterprise wasn't just about building a faster data bucket or a bigger one. It was about something much more profound.
It was all about delivering on these 3 promises. Trust, that your data is always right. Scale, that the system can handle your business as it grows. And reliability, that it's going to work flawlessly every single time you need it. This is what turned Oracle from just another database company into an enterprise backbone.
This quote just perfectly sums up their whole mindset.
They knew that, yeah, features are great, performance is great, but the ultimate test? Could the biggest companies in the world bet their entire business on your software? Version 5 was designed to be the proof, the definitive yes to that question.
And with that, Oracle didn't just launch a new product. They pretty much launched a whole new era. The ideas they pioneered in version 5, this whole concept of distributed, trustworthy, and consistent data, well, that laid the foundation for how we think about enterprise systems even to this day.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? When you look at the cloud databases and massive data platforms we all rely on today, how many of them are still built on those same core principles of trust, scale, and reliability that were proven to be absolutely essential all the way back in 1985?